Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers Wednesday, Oct 9. Liam and Hope reflect, Ridge struggles, Steffi suspicious. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for Wednesday, October 9, 2024 are here. In tomorrow's episode, fans can expect Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton, and Hope Logan, Annika Noel, to reflect on their relationship. Meanwhile, Ridge Forrester, Thorsten K., has a hard time keeping Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig, secret from Steffi Forrester Finnegan, Jacqueline Missins Wood. Keep reading to find out what is coming up in the next episode of the CBS soap opera. B&B spoilers for Wednesday, October 9 reveal that Hope and Carter Walton, Lawrence St. Victor, shared a kiss. While they seemed to connect, Carter's face fell when he stepped into Hope's office. Carter saw Hope enjoying a family moment with Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton, and Beth Spencer, Jordan Lynn Ariza. Hope smiled at Carter, but the CEO's face fell. This might remind Carter of his worries regarding Katie Logan, Heather Tom, and Bill Spencer, Don Diamond. However, Carter also needs to understand that there are going to be family moments if she shares a child with someone. On Wednesday, October 9, fans will see Liam and Hope continue to reconnect during their family pizza moment. Biff talked about how much she loves these family moments. Liam will also admit that he misses Hope. What Hope will agree on is that Beth has always been their strong point together. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for Wednesday, October 9 reveal that Ridge promised Taylor he would keep her secret. One condition was that Taylor get treatment. Well, it turns out it's not heart failure, but broken heart syndrome. While Taylor is still grappling with this new diagnosis, she also doesn't want her loved ones to know. During a conversation with Lee Finnegan, Naomi Matsuda, Ridge admitted it was hard keeping Taylor's secret. Ridge told Lie that he's even deceiving Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang, something he doesn't feel good about. While Ridge will once again plead with Taylor to tell the kids the truth, Steffi begins getting very suspicious. Will Steffi realize that TRIDG is bonding through a medical crisis? Or could she think something else is going on? In any case, Steffi is going to be heartbroken and devastated that Taylor kept his important issue from her. Thomas Forrester, Matthew Atkinson, would be hurt as well. So stay tuned to find out how this storyline ends. On Wednesday, October 9, The Bold and the Beautiful will take viewers on a deep dive into the tangled lives of its most beloved characters. As the drama unfolds, longtime fans will witness moments of reflection, tension, and growing suspicion that could forever change the dynamics of some key relationships. Liam and Hope, a moment of reflection. The episode begins with Liam Spencer and Hope Logan taking a rare moment to reflect on their tumultuous journey. After months of dealing with heartbreak, betrayal, and confusion, they find themselves sitting on the couch, eyes locked, both lost in their own thoughts. Hope begins, her voice quiet but steady. Liam, I've been thinking a lot about how far we've come, how far we've fallen. Her eyes are filled with a mix of sadness and nostalgia as she talks about everything they've been through, the love they shared, the children they've brought into the world, and the betrayals that have threatened to tear them apart. Liam, his face etched with a similar mix of emotion, nods. I know, Hope. We've had our ups and downs, and sometimes it feels like we're never going to find solid ground. His tone is reflective, almost resigned, as if he knows their relationship has reached a crossroads. The room is heavy with unspoken words, but Hope presses on. I just don't want to look back one day and realize we made the wrong decisions, whether it's about us or Thomas. Liam's jaw tightens at the mention of Thomas Forrester. That name alone has the power to stir up all the doubts and fears he's been harboring. Thomas has always been a looming presence in their lives, manipulative, obsessive, and unpredictable. I don't trust him, Hope. Liam says, his voice more firm now. I never have. And I don't think I ever will. But what I do know is that I love you. And I want to do what's best for our family. Hope reaches for his hand, her fingers warm against his skin. "I love you too, Liam. But I need to be sure that we're making decisions out of love, not fear." Their conversation hangs in the air, a poignant moment that leaves both of them wondering what their next steps will be. Will they stay the course and try to make their relationship work despite all the external forces pulling them apart? Or is there another path, one that could lead them down different roads altogether? Ridge's struggle, torn between two worlds. Meanwhile, across town, Ridge Forrester is grappling with his own internal conflict. Torn between two women, two families, and two lives, he feels the weight of his decisions crushing him. On one side is his current wife, Brooke Logan, the woman who has been by his side through thick and thin. On the other is Taylor Hayes, the mother of his children and a constant reminder of the life he could have had. As he stands in his office at Forrester Creations, staring out the window, Ridge's mind races. His heart aches for Steffi, his strong-willed daughter who has endured so much. At the same time, his bond with Brooke feels like it's unraveling, especially with the looming tension between Brooke and Taylor. Ridge picks up the phone, hesitating before dialing. He needs advice, but he's not even sure who to turn to anymore. His life has become a whirlwind of emotional turmoil, and he's desperate for some clarity. At that moment, there's a knock on his office door, and his son Thomas enters. "Dad, you okay?" Thomas asks, concern evident in his eyes. Ridge sighs, running a hand through his hair. "I don't know, Thomas. Everything just feels so complicated." Thomas nods, stepping further into the room. "I get it. But maybe it's time to make some decisions. You can't keep going back and forth between Brooke and Mom. It's tearing everyone apart." Ridge looks at his son, realizing that Thomas, despite all his flaws, has a point. The constant back and forth between the women in his life is not only affecting him, but also the people he loves most. But making a decision feels impossible. How can he choose between the past and the present when both mean so much to him? Steffi's growing suspicion. Elsewhere, Steffi Forrester is beginning to feel a sense of unease. After everything she's been through with Finn and Sheila, she's learned to trust her instincts. And right now, they're telling her something isn't quite right. There's been a shift in the atmosphere, subtle but noticeable. As Steffi sits at her desk, reviewing designs for the upcoming Forrester collection, her mind wanders to recent events. Finn has been acting strangely, and while he assures her everything is fine, she can't shake the feeling that there's more going on than he's letting on. Her thoughts are interrupted when her phone buzzes, and she glances down to see a text from Finn. "Busy day at the hospital. Don't wait up for me tonight." Steffi frowns. This is the third time in a week that Finn has worked late, and while she understands the demands of his job, something feels off. She decides to call him, but the call goes straight to voicemail. Her suspicion deepens, and she begins to wonder if there's something, or someone, keeping him away. Sheila's name flashes in her mind, but Steffi quickly pushes the thought aside. Finn assured her that Sheila was out of their lives for good, and she wants to believe him. But Steffi has been burned too many times to ignore her gut feeling. Determined to get to the bottom of things, Steffi decides to pay Finn a visit at the hospital later that night. She tells herself it's just to check in, to ease her mind. But deep down, she knows she's looking for answers to questions she's too afraid to ask. The calm before the storm. As the day unfolds, the lives of the Forrester, Spencer, and Logan families remain as intertwined as ever. Liam and Hope are left wondering what the future holds for them as a couple. Ridge continues to struggle with his heart's divided loyalties, and Steffi's growing suspicion threatens to expose secrets that could shatter her world. Wednesday's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful promises to be one of introspection and tension, as each character faces the reality of the choices they've made and the consequences yet to come. In the world of fashion, family, and fierce loyalties, nothing is ever truly calm for long. As the storm clouds gather on the horizon, the question remains, who will weather the storm and who will be swept away?